Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Skystroker BN here, and today I will be doing a reaction video to 10 rich YouTubers who are richer than will ever be. And then we have some YouTuber names here. I don't know if they're going to be mentioned. This video was made 4 months ago by a YouTube channel called Trend Central. I don't really know how he looks. I only know that his voice pops up like every video, if that is his voice. Anyway, let's get into the video and see who's the richest. Who is the richest person that will be richer than we will ever be.
YouTube has completely cemented its spot as the new king of entertainment.
That's true. I think TikTok is like equal to it.
Way more than pop and movie stars. That level of admiration often comes some serious earnings on par with and even exceeding the biggest celebrities in the world. Well, we're getting awesome free entertainment. The people on the other side of the screen could be making amounts that would make most people's heads spin. I'm talking more in a day than most people make in an entire year. It's seriously mind-blowing, and that's why today we're letting you take a peek behind the YouTube.
I only know some of these guys. I don't know them all.
Some of the most popular entertainers of this generation are actually making. Ready to have your mind blown?
I would like to be one of those.
Logan Paul.
Oh yeah, I know this. Hey, I remember this guy. He's in it.
The game at just 25 years old. Originally starting out on Vine, Logan has had a sticking power that few other veterans of the now defunct platform can come close to claiming. While many people had some negative views of Logan for a few years,
Hey, you guys shouldn't be mean to the guy.
it's never been seen before in the history of YouTube.
Ah, those teeth.
Subscribers with the respect of a whole lot of people. Sometime in 2019, Logan switched up almost everything in his content, focusing on making more engaging and entertaining works for all ages, and he couldn't have done a better job. These days, the American vlogger, podcaster, and highest earning loser in the history of celebrity boxing easily pulls in about 5.4 million views a day, which adds more than $16,200 to his already hefty net worth, bolstered by his legendary earnings from his boxing matches with KSI. Of course, Logan's Maverick merch and other businesses rake in huge sums of cash every day, but that doesn't dissuade him from continuing to make content for his channel. And with earnings of more than $5.8 million a year, who would ever want to stop? PewDiePie.
The wealth just keeps increasing.
King of YouTube with the largest non-corporate channel on the entire platform by a massive margin is the slaughterer of water sheep.
You know, I gotta say, a lot of my friends don't really like PewDiePie. I mean, I can understand why. He is kind of annoying sometimes, but he pretty much is the undisputed king of YouTube. Except for some YouTube channels themselves. I think the most popular one is some channel called T-Series. It's not a YouTuber itself, but it's a channel. Anyway, let's get back to the video. That's really annoying.
Or as most people know him, PewDiePie. Beginning to upload gameplay videos in 2010 when the trend was still pretty much unheard of on
I think I only started watching his videos in like 2017.
10 years straight, only recently starting to take weekend breaks. Along the way, he managed to become the first YouTuber to ever earn the 50 million and eventually the 100 million subscriber play buttons, an honor we won't see another person receive for close to another decade.
I would like to get that.
Passionate and dedicated audience, his approachable and humble personality has amassed. It's obvious that he's the poster child for YouTube millionaires for a reason. On average, Felix amasses more than 10.6 million views on any given day, which brings in about $30,600 daily.
That's more than my father makes in a month.
He's also got merch, a fashion line called Suki, mobile games, and what have to be the most expensive sponsored videos on the platform. Still, even if we don't take all those clearly huge sources of income into account, PewDiePie's channel pulls in at least $11 million every year. Not a college dropout who had to sell hot dogs to support himself not too long ago. David Dobrik. One of the original kings of vlogging, David Dobrik seems to have the ultimate dream life that just
I don't really know this guy. I've seen him before, but I don't know him that well.
The star of his favorite TV show, David has made quite a name for himself through his extremely charitable attitude towards his friends, to whom he's given away more than 20 cars. And we're not talking Corollas and Civics here. However, if you think he's giving away Teslas and Lambos for free, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. But his Surprising My Friend With series is one of the biggest hits on his massive 17+ million subscriber channel, which means they're also his biggest earners. Even if he isn't uploading one of his massive philanthropic feats, however, David easily pulls
That's
in
more than a million times as many
views a
subscribers
day on
as I
his
have.
vlogs. And numbers like that mean that even
It's
a bad
1.7
day for the
billion
Slovakian-born
times more
YouTuber
subscribers
is
than I
making at
have.
least $18,900
East Lego. Oh, walking on Lego was
Well-known
barefoot.
YouTubers in the
I think it was
world.
barefoot.
David's also got money coming in from merch, promotions, and live events. But just from the revenue of his main channel, he earns more than $6.8 million a year. And that is a whole
I don't know if these are
lot of
going in
Teslas to
orders
give
from
away.
richest
Mr. Beast.
from.
Hailing from a
Well, I
small
can't really
city
say
in North
poorest.
Carolina,
These
Jimmy
guys are not
Robinson,
poor.
better known as Mr. Beast, fully embodies the YouTube fantasy. Growing up idolizing YouTubers and trying for years with no success to make it big himself, eventually, Jimmy invented what would become the most popular trend in YouTube history at only 18 years old: YouTube philanthropy. By posting videos of himself either spending or giving away crazy sums of money, Jimmy's videos absolutely dominated
Oh, I
YouTube's
remember.
trending
Oh, I know all of
and
these. I remember them
launching
all.
his channel to over 34 million subscribers and, let's say, inspiring an entire generation of copycat channels.
Remember, this was 4 months ago.
So did the acts of charity
These
he
guys,
could pull off.
the amount of money they make and the subscribers could have increased by a lot. And I know you can see my hand in the back, and if you focus, you can kind of see me.
Cash to upgrading an entire homeless shelter. There
Aww.
must be some serious leaps in earnings, and trust me, there were. Mr. Beast's channel regularly pulls in over 8 million views daily, earning him more than $24,000 on a daily
Not as much as
basis.
the
On top
one
of
from
that,
before, but
based on his
still.
own words, the average sponsorship for just one of his videos is between $100,000 and $250,000. Even if we don't account for his merch line, which is probably one of the most popular on YouTube, Mr. Beast's channel earns over $8.64 million a year from views alone. At least we know who
Views alone?
with all that money. ZHC, sitting right on the
I don't know
edge of an
this guy.
incredible 12 million subscribers.
Did you know every year?
Guys,
children have
sorry.
more than just one batteries?
These ads just pop up all the time.
It's designed
Growing, ZHC
Although I would like some ads in my own videos.
seems to have come out of nowhere to those who stumble upon his videos, only to find the absurd amounts
I don't
of
know
money
this
he
guy.
puts into that.
His hair is so
Regularly pulling off
funny.
insanely charitable stunts like customizing Lamborghinis or Teslas and giving them to other huge YouTubers has allowed those creators' audiences to flow in ZHC's subscriber base, giving him one of the best formulas for success.
Ooh,
on
that's
the
a really
platform
nice
to
picture
date.
of a
He isn't just
dragon.
generous to his colleagues.
Looks like a
In fact,
Chinese
in most
dragon,
of
I
his
think.
videos, ZHC will give away super costly prizes to random subscribers, like 50 new iPhones in just one video or 50 iPads in another. With incentives like those,
Whoa.
no wonder his subs and views always skyrocketing. Of course, to be able to afford such lavish stunts, you've got to be pulling in some serious.
Fun fact, I actually have 3 phones. I have an iPhone 8, an iPhone 9, and I think the last one was an iPhone 6. Most of those are old ones that don't really work as well. Just a little fun fact. That's nothing compared to what this guy is giving away.
Exactly paying for those custom Teslas with his credit card. On an average day, ZHC's channel amasses over 3.5 million views, which brings in at least
Whoa.
$1,500 every day. Of course, on top of
I would
those
like to
numbers,
get that many
he's got
views.
sponsorship
Just
deals and
even
a
if I got
huge
that many
merch
views
line that
within
he
a
and his
year, I would be
creative friends
happy.
design themselves. Even if we ignore those massive money generators, though, ZHC earns an incredible $3.78 million a year just from views on his YouTube channel. Now that's a whole
These
lot
are,
of
wait,
iPhone
I just
11
realized these are
giveaways.
all from just views.
One of the biggest
KSI.
legends to emerge from the YouTube landscape, KSI has more than earned his reputation for lavish
Oh yeah,
spending.
now I remember
Having
this
earned
guy.
over $10 million from his 2 boxing matches with Logan Paul.
Wow, I
The
remember
British
this.
blogger wasn't quite
Poor
ready to
guy, he
retire
got
and
beat up
continued
really
uploading
bad.
not just to his main channel, but also to his more frequently updated second channel during the build-up to both fights. And he's only picked up in uploads since then, known for regularly getting into crazy scenarios that often involve hyper-expensive jewelry, famous rappers, and Dragon Ball Z references. It's no surprise that he
Oh,
has an
yeah,
audience of
I actually
over
remember.
30 million subscribers
Did he
between his
buy
2
a
channels. As of 2020, JJ
Beerus
seems to be focusing more on his
gem
second
necklace
channel,
or
and it isn't
keychain,
surprising why.
whatever it
The
was?
channel regularly receives more than 3.1 million views
I actually
every
really like
day,
Dragon Ball
which nets him
myself.
over $9,300 daily. And that's not even counting all his music, merch
Whoa.
lines, live shows, and of course, the
This is just
multi-million-dollar
blowing my
YouTube
mind.
grudge matches. Uploading videos that center around his popular personality and that are more intimate than his main channel videos. It's crazy to think that he brings in more than $3.34
If you look at the bottom left, you can actually
just from what's essentially a
see
side hustle. Still, he might
some
make that in a
names
single night the next time he picks up his boxing
of,
gloves.
I don't really
Laser
know.
Beam. With Fortnite being one of the biggest games in the world right now, it's no surprise to learn that the free-to-play game has seriously set up some major
I don't know
YouTube
Laser
millionaires.
Beam.
Take Laser Beam, for example. Originally rising to prominence from his early Fortnite gameplay videos, the Australian gamer has since branched out to other types of videos, but always comes back to his bread and butter to the tune of millions of views. Along the way, Laser managed to stack up over 13 million subscribers, which is certainly nothing
Whoa.
to scoff at. And while the biggest gaming
Even just having
tournament winnings of
over
all time were $3 million
100
from the Fortnite
subscribers
tournament,
for me
those
would
stats
be
might have to
great.
seriously adjusted if you take into account the earnings of YouTubers like Laserbeam. On average, he pulls in over 9 million views every single day, which in ad revenue alone earns him over 27 grand daily, or about a brand new Tesla every 2 days. As if that kind of money. Laser, like many other YouTubers, has a very successful merch line and gets paid tens of thousands of dollars for sponsorships on a single video. Even if we aren't taking all that into account, however, Laserbeam's annual earnings are still more than enough to make your head spin at over $9.7 million a year. And
That's
US
my
dollars,
head
which are worth more in Australia.
spinning.
Maybe I should
My
get
head is
gaming
spinning
videos
around.
ago.
I'm getting dizzy.
Who would have thought that pranking your friend in
Oh, yeah.
different video games could be
Jelly's
one of the
actually
most
one of my
popular
favorite
jobs in the world?
YouTubers.
Well, with
It's
a
actually
very
so funny.
impressive 17+ million subscribers.
Another ad.
Change their lives. Subscriber channel. Apparently Jelly did. This YouTuber has been absolutely crushing it.
Poor
in the
guy.
industry for years. And
Spokerman,
just no
Crater,
signs of
and
slowing down.
Quabblecop, Quabblecop used to, they all make fun of him a lot. They all usually make fun of him.
In pretty much every game around.
I feel bad for him calling him obese. That's not nice.
Jelly has found a formula that just can't stop bringing in mountains of views. On any given day, Jelly's channel receives an unbelievable 15.5 million views, which nets
I think
him
that's the highest views we've seen so far a day. Yeah, that is definitely the most we've seen a day.
That's not what the average American makes in a year. And yeah, that's impressive. But when you think about what that means annually, Jelly pulls in a handsome 16.74 million just by sitting back.
I wonder how much Crater, Spokerman, and Quabblecop make compared to Jelly. I know he's,
gaming isn't a waste of
in
time
fact,
after all.
in subscribers, I know Jelly has like more subscribers than Craner and Spokerman combined.
And, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Preston has managed to grow his channel's audience to an impressive 13 million subscribers, or about the population of New York City and
I think I
Los
started
Angeles
watching Preston's videos like
He regularly puts his friends and family up to odd
2 years ago.
challenges to win thousands of dollars.
This is
But
kind of
competitors
embarrassing,
aren't the only ones
but
working in
this is kind of embarrassing, but like a while ago, I actually kind of thought that a long time ago, I actually thought Preston and Jelly actually might have been brothers. I know it's super embarrassing. That was like 3 years ago. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
the cash from these videos. While some of his greatest hits have nearly 20 million views, on an average day, Preston pulls in nearly 5 million views on his channel, which gives him about $14,000
Oh my God.
every single day, which is a whole lot more than he gives away in a single challenge video. Like
This is more money than most people make in a year.
consistently, and while that's sure to bring in a ton of dough, views on his channel alone, the 26-year-old earns an extraordinary $5.29 million a year, or enough to take more than 20 tickets to outer space on the first space tourism launches. I guess you could say his earnings are out of this world. Unspeakable. With a name like Unspeakable, it's pretty
I feel
ironic
like
that this
Preston
guy
and
generated so much buzz online
Preston
after
Unspeakable
grinding
are
to
basically
try to
just
make it
like,
as a YouTuber for over 10 years.
well, no.
Unspeakable
No,
finally
never
broke
mind.
out by creating crazy, elaborate videos where he does things like convert his entire house into a beach or build a whole indoor water park. That's sure to get
I
the
remember
neighbors
some of these
speaking about
videos.
him. To date, he's amassed more than 6.7 million subscribers, and his audience seems really dedicated because the views on his videos are usually pretty close to
His
his
subscribers
entire
are lower than some of the others, but still, it's insane.
Through his insane household antics, Netflix Unspeakable manages to drive over 7
He's unspeakable.
sets of eyes to his
Well then,
videos
why
every single
why am I
day,
speaking
which in
about
ad
him?
revenue alone generates more than $23,400 every day, or about an iPhone every hour to put in perspective. Of course,
iPhone.
Unspeakable also makes money from selling merch.
Wait, which
sponsorships
iPhone?
on
The newest
videos,
iPhone?
a huge gaming channel, and tons
Actually,
of
that kind of
lucrative
maybe.
avenues that are, well, unspeakable. But while we can only guess at his total annual income, just his main YouTube channel's views earn him an insane $8.42 million a year, which is more than most CEOs make. Now that's an unspeakable amount
Yeah,
of money.
what?
Okay, no more bad puns, I promise.
That was pretty bad.
Hey,
That was
you
a
still
pretty
there?
bad pun.
Well, since you made it this far, here are all the shout-outs we promised everyone that commented on our previous video. If you want to be shouted out in our next upcoming video as well as the ones prior, just make sure you're subscribed to the channel and leave a comment down below saying, "Pick me." Once you're at it, you might as well leave a like too.
Alright guys, that was the entire reaction video, and well, that was pretty insane. And there's just one thing. I might have said this twice, but just in case you didn't hear me, I mean, this video was made 4 months ago. 4 months. And because of Corona, people are spending more time on YouTube because they can't quite do the things they used to. So this is just crazy. I would actually really like to get to those kinds of views and subscribers. Actually, this might be a little early for me to do this, but I'm going to set you guys a view goal for the end of this year. Before the end of this year. Before New Year's Eve. I want to see if you guys can get this channel to over 1,000 views. It might be a lot of views. It might not happen, but if you guys can just try to help me do this, that would be great. Share these videos with your friends. Watch my videos like once a week. It would really help me out. So let's see if we can get to over 1,000 views before the end of this year. This is Sky Striker BN signing out.